Welcome to the Arizona Cardinals franchise rebuild on Madden 19. Last episode was a lot of fun, and it gave us a new chance at making this season a success. Ever since our 1-4 start, we've made a couple quick changes, and it's helped us win our last 3 games, including the one against San Francisco last episode. I made a key defensive change in the second half of that game. There weren't many possessions in that half, so the sample size is low, but the changes I made seem to have helped, at least in the few drives that were present, and we had a couple big interceptions down the stretch, one by Jackie McAllister for a touchdown, and then Aaron Howell to help clinch the game. And with that move, we are going to be putting Patrick Peterson back at corner. It does not seem that moving him out to safety this year has worked out the way I had hoped. Therefore, today the plan is to hopefully find another safety that can start for the remainder of the season, and then get Pat Pete back at corner, just like last year's Super Bowl run. It was also suggested that we go get a fullback to help out our scheme fit percentage. So, looking for a fullback. We are going to sign veteran fullback Elijah Wellman. Wellman has decent lead blocking, strength, and 74 speed. Not sure he'll play a whole lot, but it will help out the scheme fit percentage at least slightly. Now the dilemma at safety. Jalen Bailey played free safety in the remainder of last week's game, but I just don't think that he has the skills to be there long term. I am worried about the speed and the lack of awareness, and if we want to go to the postseason and do some great things, I don't want a weakness like that to hold us back. So, I would like to see, first off, the draft. I want to show you what's going on here with that. As far as the safety position goes, it's not guaranteed that whoever we get today, if we can find another safety, would be the long-term solution. But there are some good ones in this class. Here's 21-year-old Trenton Barton. I would bank on him having very good development with the good coverage, the high tackle, being 21. He's as close to a sure thing at the position as you can get. The size is also awesome, a 6'4 safety. As long as he doesn't run like a 4.7 40, then he's going to be a top 5, top 10 caliber prospect. There's also Rashad McGee, another safety who's just kind of a similar player in terms of the skill set, but just not quite as elite. He's also 21 years old. He'd be a great fit for us as well. Don't like the other free safeties yet. Looking for someone with a good coverage trait. And then on the strong side of things, I have yet to scout these players, but I do know there are at least 2 safeties in this upcoming draft that are going to be very good. But can we make anything happen before that? Too bad we're in the same division as Seattle. Otherwise, I'd be willing to trade for Earl Thomas. I don't trade with division opponents in franchises. Earl Thomas, though, would be such a perfect addition for us. Unfortunately, we have to look elsewhere. I think I found a really good fit here. The Bengals took TJ Olsen, one of the top players in this past draft class. And they also have Jesse Bates III. Bates is 26. He's a scheme fit, still has room to grow. Close to an 80 overall with great range. Good man coverage as well. There's a chance he could play nickel if need be. Not that we would need him to, just more versatility is good. And he tackles pretty well, so I think Bates is the exact kind of player I want to add. Just got to see about that contract of his, and it's a doable one. 2-year deal, a chance to scout him a little bit, not pay too much salary cap towards him, and maybe even draft somebody else. I like this call. But it might take more than I expected to get Jesse Bates. I don't expect him to go for a 4, but that looks like he wouldn't even go for a first-round pick. It looks like when it comes to just free agency, there aren't any upgrades available at either safety spot. So I either have to overpay for Jesse Bates or just roll with Jalen Bailey. I think given what we know about this team and how tough it would be to get a player like Jesse Bates, we're not going to make a move for a safety and give up a high draft pick to do so. I will see what we have here in Jalen Bailey. If that doesn't work out, we can see what Joseph Wise can do. He does have more range, pretty good cover ability. Just got to get those intangibles up a little bit. Like, Wise really seems like he has some potential here. And I guess another option could be putting somebody like Jackie McAllister at safety temporarily. McAllister doesn't have the same cover ability, but he can maybe get the job done. We also have rookie corner Spencer Barnes, who is definitely not getting on the field unless a lot of injuries happen, and maybe he could even play safety. These ratings are pretty good. If I did put Barnes back there, he is a scheme fit. The game likes him as a 75 overall at this spot. I don't know, I kind of want to see the rookie play now. Barnes hasn't played much this season. He was selected first pick of the 4th round, so he was a top 100 pick. So it's not like he's an undrafted free agent or a late round player. Like, he's good enough to play. We just took him to add depth to an already strong spot on our roster. So we're going to let the rookie play. He's a scheme fit here. It does boost up the defense, I think, a little. Although I'm pretty sure it was 70 before I moved him there. Maybe I have to move his true position. I'll just test that out. Well, that brought our defense to a 72 scheme fit, so that did work. But it doesn't show him as a scheme fit any longer. So our number went up, even though it shouldn't have. I don't know what's going on here, but as soon as he gets his first upgrade, we can give him the right archetype, and it's the one I'd want to, and get his zone coverage up. So we'll see if Barnes eventually moves back to corner, or if his future is truly at safety for us. Anyway, I think that's the right way to go on with the rest of this season. Let's not give away too many draft picks to upgrade a team that we're still not sure about. They're only 500 right now at the halfway point, so we'd have to go and obviously win at least 5 of our next 8 games if we are to go to the postseason realistically, especially with the Rams already being 5-1. So we're not going to be too aggressive. We're going to see if we can trust our core, and if not, we have picks to hopefully fix the problems. Jackie McAllister became NFC Offensive or Defensive Player of the Week after that pick 6. Awesome. That will hopefully give him a little boost in experience. What does an award like that really do? So about 600 experience, which isn't a ton, plus 5 confidence, which is helpful, and then plus 10 legacy. And apparently you also get plus 1 legacy for a touchdown scored, you get plus 3 legacy for a defensive touchdown, and just 1 for an interception. That's actually pretty cool. Every time I dive deeper into the experience, there are some cool things happening here behind the scenes that I do like. I think it'd be really cool if they incorporated the legacy score a bit more into franchise to let you know what a player has done throughout their career, and maybe they even show it in like the free agent pool when you can sign players or make a trade. That'd be kind of neat, I think. So I scouted the rest of these safeties that are draftable apparently, and they don't have the traits I'm looking for. Actually, maybe Ontrell Massey would fit. Here out of Liberty, the coverage is a B-. Looking for at least B- coverage. And I'm going to find only one more player with that. And at the strong side, as long as these players have range and cover skills, they can play free. And there are a couple that are intriguing. I'll have to scout Nico Hayes fully later on. It also wouldn't hurt to get going on the contracts for next year. And I'm going to start with Isaac White. I think he's been a very good number 1 receiver for us. I wouldn't say that he's been quite as good as maybe a Julian Wall at the top of his game in the Browns series, but White is certainly a very good receiver, and I'd like to keep him around for another handful of seasons. I think this is a pretty fair deal, about $11 million a year. I will make that offer to Isaac White, and he wants a bit more. The next player I want to offer to is Jalen Graham. We found a good edge rusher here in the draft, and we're going to stick with him. I'll up this signing bonus just a little bit to hopefully get the deal done. And got it. Jalen Graham signed on. He'll hit free agency again when he's 28. Latsko's one I'm going to have to think about later. Jared Strojny, I already want to stick with him because of the star development. I hope that he can get a little more complete in the running game for us. So we'll take care of him right now. And that's all I'll do today. Many of these players don't unlock till later. Didn't realize McAllister was already coming up on the end of his deal as well. Oh, Pleasant too? Man, I really haven't done much with Pleasant in his career. Got a few tackles out there. Nothing too flashy though. So we'll have to see who all I want to return next year and how much cap we have. I'm sure our cap situation is going to be fine. It's hard to be in cap trouble when you're still having your rookie quarterback or your quarterback on a rookie contract. We have a couple upgrades here. Jason Lemon, 83 overall, superstar development. Let's go back to a little strength here. We can definitely get away with a few of these. What do we got? Stiff arm and trucking. And then there is Deontay Graham, and I don't know what I want to do with him. Run stopper is already pretty good for him. Tackle 82, 82 hit power, perhaps just make it even better. Let's have him play like Lawrence Glears in the future. So coming out of our bye week now, we take on Seattle. And I think I'll sim maybe 3 games here, and then maybe we watch the actual second Seattle game today. Depending on where our record is, we'll just have to see how things go. But before we play any more games, we have to upgrade Aaron Howell one more time. He's back to being our number 2 corner. I still think he'll be number 1 next season. And I like to go with the man-to-man development for him. He'll be all around special. 4 wins in a row for Arizona. 28-14 is the final this time. And Lester Phelps throws 3 touchdowns. Russell Wilson also plays well in the losing efforts. On the ground, Lemon, 48 yards. Cadron Sharp finds the end zone. Touchdowns for Parker Tate. There we go. Got a couple for him finally. And then on defense, not a ton here. Jamon Pryor gets another sack. Excellent there. Spencer Barnes is credited with a pass deflection and 1 catch allowed. That seems pretty good. All right, Isaac, I heard you wanted a better signing bonus. So what if I take this up to $16 million on the bonus? Is that fair? Isaac White says it's perfect, and he'll be staying in Arizona. Still have to decide, though, on Jonathan Allen and Chris Godwin. Obviously, Godwin and Isaac White are a pretty good tandem. They fit our scheme really well, but that would be 2 receivers then in the neighborhood of $11 million, both at 27 years old. Just got to find a good balance there. And we have some good receivers on the depth chart. I don't know yet. Oh, a new injury. What do we have here? Please don't be bad. It is Turner Latsko. That is certainly not good. Our interior of our line isn't our strength, and now we lose another player, Turner Latsko. So that's going to open the door for Titus Green. So if you were a fan of him and you wanted to see what Green could become, it's time to find out. And at the very least, we know Green is a good run blocker. So hopefully Titus can take that spot and do well. We do suffer a defeat against Dallas, but they are one of the top teams in the league. Now 8-2 on the season. Close game, and Lester Phelps throws 2 touchdowns. Mike Phillips has a couple as well. On the ground, Zeke had 108 on 5 carries, so he got hurt, probably. They had to turn to Tavarius Parker, who did a fine job. And then you look at our running game, and again, we're just not all that impressive. I really have doubts about Jason Lemon winning Rookie of the Year. He's just not putting up the big stat lines, and I don't think he's going to be the most productive rookie back. I'd be shocked by that with how many good ones there were. So hopefully we still get some good development out of him, and then we can upgrade the ground game. Well, that's great. I scout the first 2 guards. They're both overrated. And then looking for an elite run blocker, and I'm not sure left guard's going to give me that this year. We do have Roy Lowry, though, on the right side. I have already scouted him, and he could easily be a target of ours early in the draft. Oh, man, we lose again. 24-10 this time. We have Stafford. Cousins is back in Washington. This is a lot to take in right here. Anyway, in the ground game, Tariq Cohen, 80 yards. Lemon, 53. Nick Chubb, 10 yards. So, David Njoku. Okay, they have, like, a few original players, but they've gone out to sign so many free agents. We could get Brandon Scherf on this team. That's what we need. We need Brandon Scherf. Jamon Pryor, though. Really happy with his development here since trading Kimdichie. But now we find ourselves back to 500 again. Or actually, now we're below 5-6. So we're going to watch this game against Seattle and see if we can get ourselves in position to make anything happen here in the last portion of the schedule. We aren't looking like we're going to win the division, although I'd say it's possible. And this year in the NFC, I think that it's going to be more difficult to make it as a wild card team. So we've got some work to do. Jason Lemon upgrading yet again. Let's change it up now and go elusive back with him. Focus on his strengths. And we get that +2 awareness. Ball carrier vision, always good to see that. That's a good roll. Oh, and there's a new injury as well for us. Now we lose. Jalen Graham, no. We lose a starting guard and our second best edge rusher today, and Graham's out for the rest of the year, unless we can make it to the postseason. So that means Ricardo Collins has to step up. Bad injury luck today, and now maybe it's looking good that I did not give up, a high pick for Jesse Bates. It won't be easy to get back to the postseason, but we have to win games like this if we're to have a chance. We scored a big one last episode against San Francisco. It's another division battle here today. You can pretty much count out the loser of this game for the playoffs. Whoever falls to 5-7, probably not going to be going to the postseason. So we start here. It's desperation mode already for Lester Phelps, and he'll throw it quick to the newly signed Isaac White. Keeping it in the air again, Phelps. Oh, wow. Still got to get those accuracies up for Phelps. Here's 3rd and 4. Oh, no. Got himself into trouble. Now we'll see what Seattle's all about today. They do have Joe Mixon now at running back. Not sure whatever happened to Rashad Penny. 3rd down for Seattle. Can we get off the field now? Wilson, he's in some trouble here. Chased outside. He'll get away and pick up the 1st down. Good scramble. Play action now for Wilson. He'll air this out and nearly gets picked off by Pat Pete. 3rd and 8. Another fake. And Wilson on target with that one. Into coverage. Good throw. Fake again. And this play action is also complete. Seattle keeps going to the play action pass. And that can be an issue for us. Into the red zone. 1st down. Another throw. Wilson gets this to the end zone. Touchdown. Is that Dante Pettis? Sure is. And Seattle has the lead. Not what I hoped to see to start this episode, but here comes Arizona. 11 yards to Parker Tate, followed by only a 4-yard play. So give it back to Seattle. And a penalty from Deontay Graham. Into Cardinal territory. Big 3rd down. McAllister. Looks like a PI called. Into the red zone. Touchdown. Did not see who scored this one. We got to get something going here, Arizona. This is not acceptable. Not if we're to try making something of this season. Last episode had me a little fired up for what was to come. And now it's kind of coming back down to earth feeling with this team. Maybe we're just not as good. Maybe we have to find a new way to win next year. We'll have to see how this one goes, though, if we can pull off some sort of a comeback. Seattle, though, looking like they're about to go up 3 scores. 3rd down. Got us a stop, at least. Could be a pretty quick game that we watched today. We'll have to see. 17-0. If it doesn't get better, we're not going to spend too much time here. So let's do something. Jason Lemon right down the middle. I'd say that's a little something. Now we fake it to Lemon. Phelps steps up. He's going to fire down the middle and overthrew Godwin. A couple throws have really gotten away from Lester Phelps today. Hoping that he can get some upgrades here soon. Maybe at least one more before the end of the year. Screen pass on third down. Jason Lemon, he's got it, I think. Yes.
Let's go.
Phelps on second down with a floater. Got it there. Now accurate for Godwin. Now it's Nick Chubb into the game. Good to see the running back rotation. Gain of 7. Phelps hands this one to Cadron Sharp. Everybody's getting the ball now. 1 yard. All right, Arizona, we got to cut into this lead, and I don't like us coming out here in the eye. Looks like we're making use of that fullback I signed today, and we're going to fake. Phelps firing across the middle for Isaac White and a first. Phelps on first down. End zone shot. Got it. O.J. Howard with the score. Now we need some defense to go along with it. Can we stop Russell Wilson now in the 2-minute drill? He's done a good job so far, as a couple passing touchdowns in the game. Now with under 2 to go, they dump it off to Mixon for 8. Wilson on second down, heads outside. Baldwin so open. What is that? Perhaps the changes in the secondary have not been enough to completely transform things. First down for Wilson. Down the middle for Lockett. And another first down. So as I look ahead to the upcoming draft, I obviously am focused on helping out the ground game to get Jason Lemon more production. But it is going to be a pretty big draft, I think, to strengthen the defense. Because this is not what we should be seeing on a weekly basis. Come on.
Let's get it.
Another chance for Wilson. Almost picked again. And a flag. 2nd and 20 for Wilson. He'll air another one out and overthrows Lockett. Don't allow a first down. That's all I ask. Wilson spins and throws it short. All right, we could have done better, but we're only allowing a field goal. Block that thing! No! So close! On to the second half. It's 20-7. We need a stop, and we get it. Offense, what can you do? Get us back in this. Oh, a penalty is not going to help. We're at our 1 yard line. Luckily, no safety. And we give it to Seattle. And they're going to get across the 50. Or they already had it there across the 50. And they're probably getting more points on this possession now. Touchdown, Mixon. It is 27. Oh, that was pretty cool. We had a penalty on the extra point, and in real life, oftentimes, if there is a penalty that makes it half the distance, teams will say, okay, I'll go for 2 if it's a 1 yard play, then a 2 yard play. And AI just tried that. Really shocked about that, actually. 26-7. A long way to go if we're to make this work. This is our season, essentially, right here. And it's not looking good. 22 to Parker Tate. He's been pretty busy lately. 3 more for Lemon. Got the first at least. Get the touchdown now. Taking too much time. Man. Lucky to score it all. 26-10. Hey, a 3rd down stop. We're going back to the offense again. And we might as well watch. This is kind of our season right here. If it doesn't go well, maybe next episode we get us to the off season. Phelps on second down. That's going outside for O.J. Howard. Good quick tackle, though. 3rd and 4 for Phelps. He gets it out quick against the blitz, and O.J. Howard moves the chains. On 1st and 10, Phelps gets it downfield now, and Godwin will take it inside the 25. On 1st down, it's out there for Lemon, the face mask. Are you kidding me? That would be a fight. A fight would break out if this was real. That was one of the worst looking face masks, though, I've seen in this game. That looked really bad for Lemon. 1st and goal, Phelps. Overthrown and picked in the end zone. Well, That's our season, most likely, right there. Into the hands of Leach. Well, we're winding down in this game, and we're down 19 points. We might cut into this lead a little bit, but we just aren't as good of a team this year. I'm accepting that now. Today, Lester Phelps had a lot of mistakes out there. His accuracy was an issue, and hopefully it just gets better moving forward. Most games, it doesn't hurt us that bad, but today it certainly did, and now I don't expect us to be going to the playoffs. It was still going to be tough if we didn't lose this game. We'd have to keep winning for a while. But that's going to do it for this game anyway. Seattle gets the big win, and now they'll go on with better playoff hopes than us. Both quarterbacks ultimately have very similar numbers. It's just Phelps' mistake there at the end proved to be very costly. Overall, he was good. Just got to clean up some of those misses. Lemon, pretty good day for what work he did get. Godwin was good with 100 yards. I liked what I saw from Isaac White on a couple of those plays. I love using Lemon as a receiver, and he's very good at turning the corner. Bobby Wagner, though, just had to take him by the face mask. He wasn't getting beat. And if he didn't do that, there's a chance that Lemon would have picked up more than the penalty yards anyway. Christian Kirk will give him the slot archetype today to wrap things up. And short route running does actually get better. So here's what Kirk's ratings look like now. Pretty well-rounded in the route running department. And again, I have to decide if Kirk is going to stay on the team if we extend another contract offer to him. So the rest of the year, it'll probably go by pretty quickly. We'll do next episode. We'll go through it. Maybe we'll watch a little bit if we get some more of the backups involved, or just players that we don't get to see much and we want to know more about. Because it doesn't seem like anything is going to happen this year. We are now 5-7, so it's very unlikely. And it looks like we have some tough opponents upcoming. So leave your feedback down below on what you thought about this episode, what you think about the team moving forward. Pleasant. The confidence is actually negatively impacting him right now. Only 40 confidence. All right. But leave your feedback down below. Please leave a like if you're enjoying the series, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. What should happen next episode? Let me know, and I'll see you then. Have a great day, everybody.